But this is the type of thing you got to get those guys ready because CJ Carr can throw the deep ball. He really can. I think he's the best thrower. I think that he's the best thrower that Notre Dame has had in a little while. And I'm being overreactionary. It's a 1-2 team. Sam Hartman could obviously throw the football, but Riley Leonard was a lot more accustomed to running the ball, and Drew Pyne is Drew Pyne. So I think CJ Carr is easily one of the best pure throwers that Notre Dame has had in quite some time. Then you stack it up with the receivers they have. It's easily the most talented receiver corps Marcus Freeman has ever had at Notre Dame, or as the head coach, I should say. So you got to get ready for that.
And the run game too, that, has,
Yeah.
So I mean, we can talk about every team, but I feel like Notre Dame has the best, and I agree with you. I think a passing, not quarterback standpoint, but passing standpoint, I think Notre Dame has the best on USC schedule left. I don't think that's close. Like, I think Raiola, good quarterback. I don't see him in the same
Oregon.
level. Dante Moore's good, but it's like we're still waiting for them to play a real team.
Yeah. Penn State.
Bryce Underwood, is good for a freshman, but he's
a running team.
Yeah, they're always going to be a running team. We can go on even further, trying to think who's left on the schedule. But, the point is USC will be lucky in the sense that their D-line is going to be able to feast against some of these teams. And I kind of want to talk about Illinois a little bit now, maybe.
Okay, yeah.
Because Altmyer was sacked 7 times against Indiana. He's been sacked 16 times through 4 games. USC has 16 sacks. I mean, the numbers add up there. The point I'm trying to make is if you get to Luke Altmyer, you're winning this football game, hands down. If you can get to him consistently, force, a long sequence on, force a second and long, third and long, get to him quickly, make him throw it deep, make them use the run game because, if you sort of get to Altmyer quick and they have to reserve to handing it off, I'm going to be honest, Illinois' run game sucks. So, that Fagan does not look that good. He looked good for first couple of weeks when they were playing nobody, but their run game sucks. They have, a really bad running group. And so I'm really excited to see where this front 7 for USC slots in. The secondary will still be tested. They have some really good weapons. Illinois does, but it's not a team that I'm all that scared of. I am scared of, and you and I talked about this a couple hours ago when we saw each other, but there's some intangibles at play that will be hard for USC.
Yeah, and I'll bring those up because it's the things. If this was a neutral site game, I'd say USC probably easily takes this. If it's a neutral site regular time game, I think USC takes it. It is the things that USC cannot control, which is the only reason I am hesitating to say USC will definitely win this game. Because a 9 a.m. kick, whether you like it or not, that is going to affect them. If I am Lincoln Riley, I would be there now. I would have taken the team today to be in Illinois. Really adjust to that time.
I mean,
because that is really a factor.
It's 2 hours. I get what you're saying, but
it very much factors in.
No, it does. It does. I mean, I wonder. You're right. I mean, I wonder what the difference will be between the early start versus the last game with the really late start, and not just the late start, but sitting around and waiting around in the locker room for hours. I don't know, because it's 11 a.m. there. So, and I know that's 9 a.m. in LA, but at the same time, they'll have a little bit of time to adjust to it, maybe a full 24 hours, I'd assume.
It doesn't feel like enough. I think once again, whether you believe it or not, this is a big game. This is a very big game.
Huge.
No matter how bad Illinois looked last week, this is a very big game. I would personally have given them at least 45. Now, of course, I'm not a football coach and never will be, but I think it's such a factor because I look at Utah, the 10 a.m. local kick. That team was slow. They look sluggish. Texas Tech, 12 o'clock sure took them a little while, but it's a 12 o'clock kick for them. They very much looked a lot better than Utah.
True. But Texas Tech is a legit team. They didn't lose by 50 points the week before. And to that point, Illinois is going to be desperate as hell.
Yes.
I mean, if they lose this game, their season's over. Hands down. They're going to be unranked if they lose this game by a lot. And there's no coming back from that. I don't know who they have left on their schedule, but I can't imagine there's that many more games. What's that?
Do you want me to tell you it?
Sure.
So they have at Purdue next week. Actually, it's fine. It's not bad at all. I thought it was one game I was thinking of. At Purdue next week, another 9 a.m. kick. Well, I guess it's 12 there. Versus Ohio State, at Washington, versus Rutgers, versus Maryland, at Wisconsin, versus Northwestern.
Okay.
Realistically, they'll win the last 4.
I heard enough though. Like they could beat Ohio State. And
versus Ohio State and at Washington, though, those are hard.
No, I know. But what I'm saying is if they lose this game against USC, they could beat Ohio State and it probably won't matter. Like, it's seriously, like, it's.
They lose to USC and lost by 53 to Indiana. They're not beating Ohio State.
I know, but I'm saying even if they did, like, it's over. Yeah. It's over. That's my point. Whereas for USC, they could lose this game, and I know you might disagree on this, and they'd still be okay.
No, I don't disagree. I don't fully disagree because they can lose this. It's not it's the season isn't over if they lose this game. That is
you and I came on this podcast a couple weeks ago, and we both flat out said USC is not beating Illinois. Like, and that was sort of the assumption.
Yeah, and a lot has happened since then.
Exactly.
A lot is this Illinois team. The offensive line can't stop anything. The offensive line couldn't stop me if I was a pass rusher. And when you have guys like Anthony Lucas, Jakeem Stewart, all getting after the quarterback, the run game, it is a lot more difficult.
We also didn't even talk about Xavier Scott potentially out for the season.
Right, of course.
He's a guy that probably would have guarded Mekhi Lemon.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know who's guarding Mekhi Lemon now. They're going to have a big meal on their plate to have to consume. But, you know, it's one of those things where if Jacoby Lane comes back, USC, I think, is going to overwhelm their secondary. Their secondary looked bad against Indiana.
The offense very much could boat race them. They could – we could very much blink and USC's up 42-17. Like, I 100 – like, in the mid-third. Because the offense looks nearly perfect for USC's side. Definitely not Illinois. And the defense for Illinois definitely is not that good. Obviously, in Bloomington is kind of a difficult situation. Kurt Cignetti has built that program out. They are still, in my opinion, not 53 points worse than Indiana.
No, I don't know what the spread was, but I can't imagine it was.
No, I know it. It was Indiana minus 6.5. Same spread USC's coming out. I know.
I mean, maybe Fernando Mendoza is just better than we thought. I don't know. I mean,
Indiana broke their spirit is part of it. And yeah, Mendoza was good. He was 267, 21 for 23 and 5 touchdowns. He was great.
Yeah, I mean, he's looking like a Heisman favorite. And I mean,
but they also ran for 312 yards.
Yeah.
So it shows the importance of establishing the run.
Yeah. And I mean, not to go off topic a little bit, but we talked about Mendoza. We've talked about Mayava. I mean, I don't care about the Heisman at all. I think it's silly to worry about that. You know,
what do you mean you don't care about the Heisman? We're Heisman you.
Well, I know, but I'm saying if USC can win the Heisman, if they don't win anything, I don't care.
Where do they even? I mean, if he wins, not even Mayava, if anyone wins the Heisman, where are they going to put it on the peristyle? It's like running out of room.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, you have to retire 14 then, which is a good number to retire because you had Sam Darnold too. So it's like it's valid. But my question is, I mean, when I say I don't care about the Heisman, I care that USC has Heisman winners. But I don't, in the grand scheme of the season, if USC wins 3 games and somehow has a Heisman winner, which that would never happen, but let's say it did, I don't care at all. I think the race is irrelevant. I don't think Jaden's thinking about it because I talked to him in practice yesterday and he is very nonchalant about the whole thing, which I think is very valid because that's not what college football is about. With that being said, Fernando Mendoza is being talked about, you know, the running back from Mizzou, you know, Jaden, even Mekhi Lemon to an extent is being talked about it. I'm not saying I'd pick him. But...
With all due respect, no one is talking about Mekhi for the Heisman. Blitnikoff, yes, 100%.
Okay, well, I've seen a couple graphics on Twitter, but so people are talking about it by definition. I'm not saying I endorse it.
Are you people, Casey? Is it you posting these graphics? Do you want to know Jaden's current odds for the Heisman?
Plus 2,000?
Moved up, plus 1,600.
Okay, pretty good.
Funny enough, Mendoza, plus 650 is leader.
And John Mateer, obviously, we know what happened with
him. That's pretty. He was almost certainly the leader.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's so early to tell, but I think Mayava has a good shot.
It's a great shot.
I think he offers a lot more than Mendoza. I've been watching Mendoza for 3 years. He's a good quarterback. Does he run? No. Does he create extensions of the play? Not really. Does he have a good team at Indiana? Yeah. You know, like, does he have a decent coach? Yeah. Like, he's a very system quarterback to me, Fernando Mendoza.
Yes, I agree with all of that. Let's get back on track.
Yeah.
Because you brought up a good point, how he does have a good team of Indiana around them. You cannot convince me the receivers, though, are better at Indiana than they are at USC.
Yeah, I know.
That is why USC, I think, is going to, if they win this game, maybe they'll win in a close one. Dare I say it's more likely they win by 2 touchdowns than they win by 3.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
I think it's either a 1-score game or a blowout, and there's no in between.
And I don't think Illinois blows out USC. I don't think. You know the line, right?
6.5, right?
Yeah. How much has it changed? I think it may have opened at 6.5.
I think it has.
It hasn't changed at all, which is interesting to me.
Yeah. And the money line, I think USC is minus 210 last I checked.
You look.
Plus 210.
I don't know. Vegas always knows. So Vegas very much knows. Let's see. Yeah, USC is minus 250.
Wow. Okay. Maybe it changed.
Yeah. And how about this? The over-under is 60.5 points.
Wow. So
that sounds about right.
Yeah. I mean, I think
like 42-14, something like that.
Yeah. I mean, that was a similar amount of points as last game. And that I think the line was around 60 last game. With that being said, though, do you want to go over some of the touchdowns USC gave up last game? I mean, obviously, I know we
you have to give me a sec to pull them up.
Yeah, I mean, while you do that, I think, like, full disclosure, we're very happy and confident. And not to speak for both of us, but correct me if you're wrong. But I do think the secondary, if it's struggling against receivers and Michigan State has good receivers, but like against Purdue, like I know like they had 3 interceptions, but there were some plays where it's like you can't let Nitro Tuggle beat you. You know, it's like Purdue has no receivers.
Yeah. So, here, I'll share my screen here because there's just the first touchdown, and we're going to go through the whole thing, and then I'll show the replay. Because the first touchdown for Michigan State was a wide open one. It was do you remember it?
Yeah.
We're about to show it right here. I got it right here. Look. So, let it go through. But basically,
we don't see your screen, sir.
You don't see my screen? Oh, I forgot to share it. Hold on. My phone. Forgot to hit it there. Bang. There we go. Okay. Here we go. Perfect time. So Childs rolls out, and it's an easy throw because the receiver's wide open and touchdown. So let's go through the replay over here because watch this right here. I'm trying to identify everyone, but I believe that's Nick Marsh pulls the safety off, and there is just nobody over there.
Kamari's fault?
No, I don't think so. It's hard to tell. I was looking for better angles of this replay. That's a problem with this one. You can't see any other part of the field, so we can back this thing up. And because watch, there's just nobody over here. And I think Nick Marsh is enough of a threat where he pulls everyone off.
It might be Eric Gentry's fault because he blitzed late. Like he look at this, 18 in the middle.
Yep.
He was probably supposed to be covering the flat. Like he blitzes really late.
No, he's a spy. It's probably a spy.
Okay, well then maybe it's not his fault. But
no, I don't think it's his fault. I think it's more likely that he was a spy.
I guess he knew that Childs was probably.
I don't know. There's no good angles. Anthony Lucas. It's funny here. I'm gonna stop sharing because it's funny who they sometimes have because they drop a lot of defensive linemen in coverage sometimes. Like that was Anthony Lucas dropping into the flats right there, which is a little funny to me.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of respect it because it like gives them a little bit more versatility.
I guess.
I mean, it is weird though. I don't know. I mean, also, you don't have to pull this one up if you don't want to because it's pretty obvious. I feel like, but the DJ Harvey one.
Yeah, I'll find it just because it's just DJ Harvey just gets turned around.
Yeah, I mean, I think that on that play, it might be Marcellus Williams. He's the one in the area there, but I'm honestly not.
The touchdown?
The one you just showed. I was just trying to think retrospectively. Yeah, I mean, you got to give respect to Michigan State on that play because they were
exactly.
Yeah, I agree with that sentiment for sure.